Hi, everyone, and welcome to this amazing show. I think it's going to be one of our very phenomenal interviews. Today, we have a very esteemed guest with us, Dr. Anil, and I would like him to introduce himself and share about his journey. And we're going to dive deep into an extraordinary topic of NLP. Hello, Dr. Anil, how are you today?
Thank you, Samira, for inviting me over here. It's a pleasure and an honor to be sitting here and having a chat with you. Um, to tell about myself, it's a long story short, but I'm a cardiologist, physician by profession, specializing in cardiology, and I tend to cater people who have heart diseases more because I feel that the more feelings people have inside them, they tend to keep it over there. That led me to the journey of being a trainer, a coach, and a mentor, where emotions play a major role. So that's why I learned, became an NLP trainer, a licensed NLP trainer actually with Dr. Richard Bandler, who is the co-creator of NLP. I also entered into coaching, which is International Coach Federation. So I'm a ICF PCC coach in ICF now. And apart from that, another interest of mine is basically to start something into investments and teach people the right way to invest their time and money, especially collaborate and see how they can make their business successful. And so I am involved in making communities that engage with each other in terms of business and even their personal life and all those things. So mixing all in all, I am just enjoying my life, meeting people. I love meeting people. So I'll say I'm a people's person. uh,
And I think that you have a phenomenal background. Most importantly, that you have uh, your cardiologist specialization as your main, background, and traveling all over the world, and then choosing this beautiful journey of NLP at a very early stage. I believe during the time when there were very few even knowing about this term. So, how did you familiarize with this? How was the trajectory, and what made you move towards uh, this end?
Okay, that's a very interesting one. Most of my patients, when I used to see them, were diabetics and hypertensives and acidic, suffering from acidity, having high cholesterol level. And when they used to come to me, they usually will ask me a lot of medicines for 3 months or 4 months continuously. Even when we are telling them about lifestyle changes, they will listen, but they will never
No.
do that, and they come back the same again after 4 months. So I was wondering why, in spite of guiding them, giving time to them, nothing makes a difference in their life, because the moment they get out of my clinic, they start doing the same thing. So somewhere down the line, I felt that maybe I am not installing in their mind the right thing. So it's a normal conversation going on, but it doesn't go in their subconscious mind. So that when they go out, they don't practice the same thing, but they do the same and repeat it. So that habit which they have formed, it has structured in such a way that the neurology was making them active the same way every time. Now, to change that habit, something was needed to install in a place in their mind that their behavior started changing, right?
Interesting.
So, when I started looking for what sort of things we can do, I came to know about hypnosis, and it claimed that yes, through proper hypnosis or hypnotic patterns of communication, we can actually install certain things in human mind. And there is something in NLP called reframing. When we change the meaning of the word that we have taken in our mind, it starts shifting the things, and all the patterns that the person already has, it starts changing.
Okay.
So with this philosophy, I became curious to learn about NLP, and I did 3 4 times this NLP courses. But finally, I had a chance to meet Richard in London, and I was very impressed by him, the way he speaks, the way he communicates in 2 3 hours of session of him. And at that moment, I met him, and he asked me that to come to US to do his courses, which is practitioner, master practitioner, and trainer. So I completed all those courses, and the more I went deeper into it, I found the impact of linguistics
Okay.
and the impact of the words that has actually a major effect on our neurology.
Yes.
which makes all these patients do the same thing. So I learned that art, and then I started understanding the way to communicate with them, the tone to be used, the pauses in between. And it was interesting to me to see people getting affected and change without they knowing that they are changing for the same cause. But it helped a lot of people. And the result was that people started reducing their medication, people started enjoying their life more, people started eating things that they were restricted before. Food is one of our senses, right? We cannot stop one of the senses out of five and say, don't eat this.
Of
So if
course.
I feel like eating some sweet and I say, no, don't eat this because it is not good for you, those things actually make people more go for it, right? But they do not understand the whole concept of how to balance the whole food structure in their daily life. So all these things, when I was seeing, it was actually enjoying. So that made me shift completely to that part of it. So I imbibed it, not that I left my practice, but I imbibed and incorporated all these techniques into my conversation with my patients. That's how the journey came into NLP.
And how was the feedback that you received from, the people who entered into your coaching program, and then after receiving all the entire wisdom, knowledge, holistic understanding of this, and them seeing a change in themselves? So how were those testimonials?
Well, for any coach or any doctor, the best thing is the patient comes back and say, "Thank you, doctor. That was very helpful. I am so relieved now." That is, every doctor comes wants to hear that particular line, right? For any coach or for any profession, when somebody comes and say, "Oh, it worked, what you did," so that gives you a satisfaction which goes to the soul.
Yes.
That makes you more motivated to keep doing these good things for the people. Feedback, yes, I came to know from many people the different feedbacks, but of course, the change that happened was amazing to see people shifting their life. Some of them testimonials are there in my YouTube channels also, which people have spoken outright, and they went on and made a video out of it, how is a normal conversation changed their life. A normal way of discussing and talking made them reflect into something that they were not looking at it.
Yes.
So all those things was amazing to me when I was looking at people and talking to them and hearing their words, but knowing that whatever they are saying, they are not doing it for themselves. They're talking about something else, but actually it was for themselves that they are talking. So it was very nice journey. I got good feedbacks, and that made me continue to do it. I went further to do the art of coaching, and I became an ICF coach. That led me to know the credential, why the credentialing of any coaching or understanding the whole 12 competencies, now it is 8, to be brought into any conversation of 30 to 40 minutes is important. So this helped me to reflect on my way of communicating to people, and it helped me change and realize that, yeah, we need to be very mindful of when we speak to people, because not everybody is same.
Yes.
Somebody is more emotional, somebody is more visual, somebody is more auditory, and we need to see and make our conversation in such a way that it becomes impactful to each one of them.
100%.
So that's where you get the most benefit out of any conversation that you get. Otherwise, it's just two people talking and then going without having any effect.
I feel that there's a very big importance on being a qualified doctor, a specialist, a cardiologist, and then entering into the world of NLP. And this is something very monumental, because we usually come across people who are just not very learned in this area and then come across as professional practitioners. So it's very important for the people to go to the right specialist for this job, who knows the inside out and the two different worlds of expertise in its entire depth, you see. And this is what I felt very connected to your profile, because it's something so important, and you don't have people coming with this background.
So I will tell you in general what I have seen. Every coach and every trainer, uh, they are trying to do something good in their own way, right? Somewhere down the line, they have learned the art of reaching out to people. So the first step is actually making a sense to what you're talking about. Then it comes the subject that you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Now it's for each of us, whether it is coach or whether it is any profession, it is on each of us to keep growing, right? Keep growing in terms of our own subject.
Yes.
Keep learning. Sometimes it is just good enough to go into any seminar. I do that. Sit back quietly and listen to the person who is talking without even judging or thinking what the subject matter is. You might get one line out of it, and that can impact a lot, right? It's not the whole subject that will matter, but you might hear certain things. Be insignificant and sit around in a corner and listen.
Right.
That simple art of learning and adding something new to your neurology, right? That attitude is more important.
100%.
It's not the so from the background that I came in NLP we call it, and Richard always says this: you have to be curious all the time. The moment you stop being curious, then you lose that motivation to learn something new. You go back and doing the same thing every now and then. So whatever comes in your way, if there is something new, just pay 5 minutes of attention to it and let your neurology get accustomed to it for a little bit. Might be there is something new for you that you can realize and learn, and you can incorporate that in your own business.
Yes.
And see how it can make better. Because we all have that ability to create something new. But something new cannot come up unless and until we become curious in understanding what is going on around
Yes,
us.
100%.
It can be anything. It can be your business, it can be somebody else's business. But if you understand that business and then see, okay, how can I put it into my practice? And for example, this podcast that we are doing now, how to reach to millions of people. I do not know the art of doing podcast and cutting and editing and all those things. But if I become curious, oh my God, this is great field now. But these guys can create magic now. These guys can take your own whole vision
Content.
and make it into a small content of, let's say, 5 minutes, and present it to in such a curious way to people.
Yes.
That when people look at it, they become curious. That's a great art, actually. That curiosity has to live all your life.
100%.
Once you are able to generate that spark in you, which is always making you go, oh, what is it? That is the most important thing. In a child, which we see in the schools that we have gone through, when I reflect back, I wanted to ask a lot of questions when the teachers were teaching or something like that. But the discipline and the time constraint of the school and the teachers, they have a schedule to complete it, so they don't want any disturbance. Side effect of that was that we were made to be quiet till the time the subject matter is over. And my questions were within me. It never came out. That became my neurological way of processing things. If you see now in many people, if you ask in any seminar, they will first process everything. Mm-hmm. And even when somebody say, do you have any questions? Very few will be having that attitude of say, can I ask you one thing? And out of that, we hear and learn from different people. So that hesitation that passed on to us, that destroyed the curiosity actually in many of us.
The ability to speak up and to receive any feedback of your intent.
Yes.
I feel that you don't stop. You also are an investor. You also are an author of. So your level of curiosity is, I think, at a very extreme and a very high level. Because you're not content and you just want to, and you are still in that area of learning and receiving more knowledge. So how is that? Were you always this curious? Were you always inquisitive and wanted to explore more areas?
So one thing you have to see that, we all have been installed with a belief, right, in our minds. It can be anything. One of the major beliefs that I have actually chosen to install and keep it over there on purpose is that, I have been sent by nature, God, Allah, Bhagwan, whichever it is, and they have sent me in this world to do something, I don't know, and I'm still searching for it. Now, if I don't become curious, I won't know what exactly is my role in this world. But I have to keep being curious and find out. So I keep doing that every day. And one of my beliefs is that when I go back to Him, my all books should be ticked marked that, okay, I did this. This is one thing that I've installed in me.
Okay, so
that's one thing that I will always suggest to everybody, that guys, we don't know when our time is limited. We are all limited in this world, right? We don't know when is the time now. So we should always say, okay, what's my purpose? What is best that I can do? Maybe this is what I am thinking, but there's something else in store. So if something new comes to me, that's for a purpose being brought in front of me, right? And if I'm not getting curious, I'm missing that whole thing about what my belief
Yes.
is about. I might miss that. So that belief actually keeps me going. It doesn't make me stop.
This is very rare, because I feel a lot of people, when they reach a certain stage, they they don't they don't value the importance of finding someone else's knowledge important, or they will just think that their cup is so full and they're completely knowledgeable, which they may be, but it's like closing doors. And
Yes.
this, I think, attitude does not help, especially in today's time, with this changing time.
You're right. You're right. See, there's another thing that I say. I believe that everybody in this world is capable of doing exactly the same thing and better than what I'm doing. Everyone is capable. They just haven't thought of it. Now, if somebody achieves a limit it goes through, which nobody has achieved, like a 100 meters dash runner, he achieves in seconds something, and he
Right.
decreases at that level. It's not about the record that they are making. It's actually showing the human potential. And it is telling to every human being in this world that we are capable of this particular achievement. If somebody has achieved making something that takes us to Mars, it does not mean that they are scientifically capable to do that thing. It shows that human mind is capable of reaching to that level where we
Yes.
can even think about imagining those things, and we have been able to achieve this. So everybody in this whole world, humans, we are connected. It does not matter whether you do it or I do it. But if you observe clearly the achievement what other person, and when you will observe that, when you will talk to that person, when you will listen to that person, when you will respect that person, big or small. But if you don't have that art of listening to that story of that person, and you start thinking from the point of view that, oh, I'm so and so and so and so, and they are not that,
Yes.
so why should I be? Then you are losing the thing. They can give you. I have learned many of the things from people that I have never even thought about. That they can tell me that one line thing, and I said, wow, what a line this is.
Because your mind was open to receiving.
Always, always. Anything that comes from anywhere, I pay attention to that. I process it. I let it go inside my mind, and I think how it can be useful either for me or for somebody else. And sometimes I write those lines in my WhatsApp or something and send to my other phone also, so that I can remember that line and then I can think about it, and then I can see how I can make a good use of it.
Amazing.
One of my student is there in India. He actually, from the time I met him, and it's now more than 10 years, every day he makes a new graphic and he will send it to me every day. And before I said, okay, this is just a casual thing, no, people sending good morning and all those things. But this person is so persistent. And when I asked him, I said, you are the only one who is doing these things. He said, sir, every day I'm sending it to everybody who is in my contact. I don't know, might be somebody is in different mood and state that way. They just look at it and maybe that will raise their thing. So
Gorgeous.
this is
That's
my thing
amazing.
that to give to those people that I know about it. A simple thing, which even we read and we don't even look at it,
An act of service.
and just doing it for the sake of randomly sending. It's a good
It comes
message.
back to you. The
Exactly.
goodness that you are sending across. Dr. Anil, can you please share with us if someone who is listening to us is interested in the NLP course that you are giving, and I think this is such an amazing platform, because you traveled all the way to the US, and this is something like people will feel they are receiving this knowledge by sitting here in Dubai, or so many people can come from other places to Dubai, can receive this. What is the program like? How many days? How much time does someone has to put in to get this amazing, um,
So,
accolades?
so as we belong to the Pure NLP Society or the Society of NLP of Dr. Richard Bandler, we have a structured course there. We have foundation course, which is very basic for 2 days.
Okay.
And then there is practitioner course, which is for 5 days. 5 to 7 days we can take it. And then there is a master practitioner course, which is 7 to 9 days. Now, this is already structured from the society that is given to us with specific topics that we have to cover. And this is the pattern we follow there. Though under our society, we do these courses. As a trainer, I have been given the permission to do this in this place, in this area, wherever I
Amazing.
can go. So those interested to do these things, even if they are not able to go there, they can join my courses. I have been authorized by Dr. Richard Bandler as a trainer of NLP, licensed trainer of NLP, and I am doing these courses. Before we were doing it over here, before Corona, we are doing a lot. Now we are starting it again from this year. We already did one course of sales NLP. But if somebody is looking for certification, there are three levels. One is foundation, one is practitioner, one is master practitioner. These three, we do it in Dubai, and whoever is interested, they can join these courses, and we conduct. We prefer in person
Right.
because neuro-linguistic programming is mainly about having a physical presence, because the way we communicate with each other, we communicate in group, people getting affected, their questions coming, having an idea of what each one of us is going through, it helps all of us together
Yes.
into a collective growth that comes up during these seminars. So we always prefer in person. Uh, some people do online also, but that's for the effectivity of it. We believe that if it is online, if you can restrict it to foundation level just for the sake of knowledge, but even after doing online, if you anytime you get a chance, please do join the in-person sessions, because that's far more difference and more effective when it comes to
I'm
in-person.
feeling so excited about this whole certification and this amazing knowledge that you can get. And I feel you build an amazing community of enlightening souls who are out there to receive knowledge and of real value that they can also apply it in their respective
Yes,
lives.
yes, yes. So, neuro-linguistic programming basically is about understanding how your neurology, and this depends on individuals, how your neurology has been impacted by the words that you have heard, and how that has become a program in your mind through which you are working. So, we all are working through a programmed mindset,
Yes.
right? That's we call,
Pre-programmed
yeah, we
from
have,
ancient
yes, from
birth.
childhood onwards, we have been listening, we have been feeling, we are looking at things which is going on around us. So that has led to a program. So the words that were used in our home, the words that were used in our colleges, the schools, the words that were commonly used between people that we moved around, the tone that has been used, the volume that has been used during the places while we were growing up, all these have been impacted in our neurology. That has shaped us, and that's why we became different. We look like humans, but that whole structuring that happened, like in any computer, the JavaScript is there. No, the whole JavaScript of our brain, which has led to these habits, have been changed according to where we were coming,
Yes.
listening, feeling, looking at things, and that has made us what we are now. Now, if you are getting a good result out of whatever you are with your behavior that you exhibit, keep it, if that satisfies you, if that satisfies the society that you are living with, if it is helping others to grow as well as your family to go, keep it. Maybe you know about it or you don't know about it,
But it's working for you.
but it is working for you, we suggest keep it. Now, going forward, if you see it is effective and you want it to pass on that simple thing to your kids, because the way you came from is not about your kids, right? They are in a different atmosphere now.
Yes.
But you want to take that whole thing and put it onto them. The first thing you have to do is you have to know how it is programmed in you. Got it? That whole structuring to understand is basically understanding the programming of your neurology. And that is what is all NLP about. In NLP, we call it like strategies. We have to, we
Yes.
study
Mental
about that. Yes.
strategies.
That strategies decipher the way we have taken things inside, how we have created a feeling, where we have created some sort of a visual impact that is there. So when we, for example, if I think something about now in the past that has happened to me, so what comes to the mind? Immediately it's somebody talking to me, their words, their tone, or is it some picture that is going on where I was a part of it and the whole picture was effective? And that created a feeling in my memory, which is there as a hook till now. Now that has impacted and become like an object inside my own neurology now. So anything that I listen now, it goes through this.
Yes.
And that's where it exhibits my behavior now.
Wow.
So the one person who is actually taking a risk going ahead, he's not having that impact as I am having in my own neurology. So it helps me to stop and hesitate, or it makes me hesitate. And that same thing is making the other person sitting next to me to are all responding totally different based on this particular mapping that has already happened in us. This is what NLP or Dr. Richard Bandler was able to decipher. So we go to the nth level of understanding how our neurology is actually shaped. It's not with the words that I'm speaking to now. As I speak to you, each word is actually affecting and creating a feeling inside you, which is actually making a visual, or it is impacting you through the way I am communicating with my sound and making you curious enough to listen to me right now as I'm speaking to you, and any of those who are listening to me right now. This deciphering of the whole neurological sequence that happened to exhibit our behavior is the whole thing about understanding your neuro linguistic program. If you are able to decipher this, then you can say, this is me. Who am I? And if you are happy with this, continue. But if you want to change any of this, which is not working in your life right now and getting that much result, then you have to go to that act and habit which is actually not working. Look at things, change the things there, reframe certain words,
Yes.
install them, and then see how it works.
Some tweaks, alterations.
Anything.
And I think everybody needs
Yes.
adapting to a newer version of themselves, a better, better version of how they can move forward.
Yes. So see, when we see, we got a wheel of life is there, right?
Yes.
Where we have relationships there, we have finances there, we have our fun,
Health,
we have
power.
health and all those things. So we keep things in priority, right? When we do that, you will easily find out some areas you are 100% right, or more than that even. But some areas you are not even paying attention to, like we have lost fun in our life, right? Then there is something we have kept our health as a priority, which is different.
Yes.
Got my point? So when you map that, then you know, okay, which area is not actually working for me right now, which I should be doing.
Yes. Neglecting.
Yes, and that's where we bring down something. We take the other one to the equal level, or we, in purpose, make the other one more. For example, till the time my patients got a chest pain, they're not able to prioritize their health.
Waiting for the bomb.
Got the point? So if you look at it in NLP way now, till the time they created a feeling of being dead or losing their life and leaving behind all those people with such responsibilities, that feeling never make them motivated to make the health as a priority.
Changes, yes.
So you don't need to have a heart attack to understand that. It's easy to listen, right? As Richard always says, see, if I whack my toe, right, with a hammer, it hurts. If I whack somebody else's toe with a hammer, it hurts too. Better I learn from his mistake, no, rather than whacking my own toe.
100%. I think I was reading this one book of the intellects of millionaires, and they learn from other people's mistakes.
Always there. We are here to learn from each other. You are a mirror to me, I am a mirror to you. So when I speak and understand what I have gone through, and you take it as a feedback in your life, and then you say, okay, may I know more about this, because I think I can be helped if I go for this conversation.
Yes.
But if my ego does not allow me to ask more, because I feel that if I ask more, I may look vulnerable, then you are not in the right space of being a student.
Dr. Anil, I want to take a step over here, pause for a moment, and also ask you, are these monumental strategies of helping people become millionaires or to improve their business uh, connections, their level of success?
Very rightly said. See, I will ask this question in general to everybody. We all have an art of slowing down things. This is also I came to understand when I was going through my NLP books. You see, when we drive a car 120 speed, right? The car in front of us is very visible to us. We are going at 120. The guy who is standing on the road side, he will see moving car like this. But to us in the car, it's very clear. So our eyes are capable of slowing down things so that we can look and see things better. Remember this now. Now think about this. When I on purpose slow down things which is passing by, it makes me look clearly to that thing, right? And I can see where exactly I am making a mistake. Now instead of this thing, if I look at myself, I come on the third space, we call it, and I see myself going fast in this life. And I say, okay, let me slow down a bit. The moment I slow down my life and I see, okay, fun, not there, health, not there, money, I am running but not coming, friends, they are there but I am not giving time, reading, yeah, I do, but I don't get many things, talking, oh, too much I talk, right? Listening, nothing. So now I know which are the areas. So if you answer your question, millionaires or people who are successful in their life, they have actually done this.
Yes.
They take a break.
And introspect.
They take a break, they slow down. Introspection is nothing but taking this, what I've explained to you now, looking at exactly the points. So, most probably people say, okay, you are a businessman. I will come and teach you showing your Excel sheet in the accounts where exactly you are making a mistake. So, that guy is going to show you. But do you have the time to slow down, sit with this person, accept him as your mentor, respect him and pay him that much amount that he's looking for, and then ask him question, get a feedback, go back and rectify? It is going to help your finance. People are out there talking every day and night. I'm into accounts, I'm into taxation, we do audit. Can I come and do audit for you so that you can be seeing things? Can you slow down a bit? How many of you are doing it? We know this.
Hardly anyone.
This is where the difference is between successful people and those who are running every day. And the art is, if you know that, then you can work on it. You stop spending unnecessary things. You do the right things. And with that saved thing, you just collaborate and add something new.
Yes.
Now there's another source of income which is coming. It's called the smart way of looking at your things now. That's why I say, guys, in between sometimes, in a month sometimes, right? Slow down things. Take a break. Go to a,
Vacation.
your own hideout. Go alone, sit alone. Don't talk to anybody. Just look back at your life and see, where am I going? It will help you. But what happens is, mostly if a family man thinks about that, he has to actually satisfy his in the family that, where are you going? How can you go alone without us?
Hurdles.
He doesn't get time. He gets too much occupied because his emotions are overflowing in that way. So he has to create that culture in his house that I have a time of reflection.
Yes.
I need a reflective, and he has to give time to the wife also, to the kids also.
It will bring quality in his
Exactly.
relationships.
That will really bring the quality. So, what culture are we making in the family? What culture are we making in our business? What culture are we creating with the friends that I am moving around? Are they respecting or they are crossing the boundaries? And when they cross it, how do you say, guys, I need you? I require you because you are my friends. But can you please respect me because this time I really am going to take a
Learning to
reflection?
say no.
Yeah. So this culture has to start from you. That's called, in simple words, disciplining yourself. Somebody said discipline is the best freedom, right?
Yes.
So if you know that art of disciplining yourself, most of the time we discipline others in the time.
Cristiano Ronaldo says this a lot, that you need consistency, discipline of your habits in order to up your ladder.
Yes. That is a secret. Basically, that every good businessman knows what's the line not to cross. And they will stop there. and most of the time their mentors are there. Sometimes they also can make mistakes, right? So they have their own coaches or mentors. So if a football player is there, he has a coach or a mentor. I always ask this question: why does Ronaldo need a coach? But they
Yes.
need somebody has to tell you.
Keep
That's the
you
line.
on
Exactly.
track.
Exactly. So that's a good culture to have a buddy or accountability partner, coming to the professional terms, coach or a mentor. It can be anybody. You don't have to be an ICF coach to be a buddy or mentor or somebody. That person is actually guiding you, saying, "Man, come back. Can I talk with you now? I know you're going through something, but is it possible that we can have a discussion and see,
Yes.
can I bring you back?" Maybe he might like or not like it, but you have done your job and somebody told him. Now he will think about it. So for every individual, it is very important that they have this art of listening. Hold on, think about it. If it works, keep it. If it is not, you have every choice to remove it and do whatever
Yes.
you want to. Right?
Update it.
It's all your choices, right?
100%. So, Dr. Anil, I wanted to also help all of us understand and be more clarified. See, the NLP entire modalities that you teach is coming from the main source, from the main founder of NLP, from whom even Tony Robbins took education from. So why? So how important it is for the audience that we receive it from your platform, because in order to be, because obviously you would want to go to the authentic and to the right NLP platform to receive your teachings, because you only do it once and you need to get it right.
Right. So as I said, see, my journey in NLP was like I went to many people, and finally, when I reached that, I have done NLP 4 times. Not that anybody was bad; everybody was trying to make their own things good. There's one thing that I found the difference when I came to Richard and when I did from the society what I did. It's just NLP. There's nothing added on that, like meditation. It's a different field. Holistic thing is a different thing. Spirituality is a different thing.
Breathing, wellness.
Sound therapy, sound. These are all very good things. You can make a mixture out of it and still enjoy it. That's one thing. That's for sure. When I went to do those things, I spent my quality time with people, a great time that I had to do reflections. That was a good crowd as well. All things said and done, perfect. What we promote in NLP is it is just pure NLP thing to understand, and it's huge. It is huge. We want people to understand them first.
Right.
Other things can create a feeling of, very nice feeling in me. That's okay. I can join that also. I can go there also. But when it comes to pure NLP and the structure they have created, the topics that are created, you need to understand that first nicely so that you are able to understand you yourself. Only when you understand yourself completely and nicely, then you are able to tell others
Yes.
or coach others, understand which place they are coming from. And I always say, to understand that point from where a person is coming from, it takes a lot of words to reach to that point. One word and the meaning changes, and you are in a different point. Little bit more conversation than what is required, the person loses interest, he loses attention, he defocuses, and it's a different subject altogether. To reach to that point immediately, effectively, and using the right words is what NLP is all about. And first, you need to understand the whole structure properly.
Yes.
Then you start deviating it, making it fun, keeping it in a different way. So when I say, guys, learn from the right person, and there's another thing I remember now that Richard said, if you take the original and copy it, there's one thing. If you take the copy and copy it, there's another thing. If you go down 10 times from the copy and copy and copy, everything has changed here now. Because what Richard is teaching, and I learned directly from him, right? Now, the person who learned from somebody else and somebody else and somebody else, and he had his own words, and he became attached to many other things, and he put those things into that. That's not what NLP courses are all about. We believe that what Richard made this, because he's the maker of this. he has his thought. He made step by step. First, understand the model of the person who has made it. What is his
Yes.
intention? Why these topics in a strategized way? See, simply saying, I cannot give you a feedback before I make a rapport. Right? So if I start giving a feedback without you making, you will tell me easily, I said, I didn't ask for your feedback and I don't know you, why you're doing that. So rapport has to be learned at the first before any conversation starts.
Yes.
That is the whole sequence we have made it in NLP, which comes to us from the society. So we recommend people to first go through this whole structure, understand in you how this is made, understand in you how your habits are shaped, understand where they are placed, remove it from them, learn from everybody, because your understanding can be good in 10 different ways. But when we say, finally, when come to this part of Richard Bandler's Society of NLP, licensed NLP training, is highly structured and it is highly trained in a very specialized way when we went for the training.
100%.
Each one of them. If you say Milton model, if you say meta model, each one of them, it's by example you have to understand in you, then move ahead. Then you go to the strategy.
Yes.
I cannot teach the strategy in front before I teach you
100%.
meta model. If I cannot teach you Milton model before I make you understand the importance of tone. You got that structure is only with us. Now, those who are following it, thank you very much because you are doing it. And there's another way of saying is that anyways, you have learned how to act confidently. How about adding a little competency to it by doing the right certification?
Wow.
And then it makes you more authentic now.
Yes.
Now nobody can question you. It's not about others questioning you, number one, when it comes to questioning. But it's more about you becoming more authenticated by the person who actually made it. So that's my way of looking at it. People just need to use their own way of understanding. Some want to understand NLP just for the sake of, knowing it, using it in their own way because they are doing much bigger things. They don't need to have a certification. That's good for them. Not everybody can learn NLP and then start doing things. There are people who haven't learned NLP and still doing great things. But I'm only talking about people who are interested to grow their own communication way of thinking, their own communication way of making sense to others. It is always better to do the right thing in the right way.
Yes. And I think it is important for every individual in today's time and to understand the authentic foundation of NLP from the right source. And I believe we will be hopefully having an amazing session of NLP by you in the next month.
Yes, we are planning something in June. Most probably very soon we'll be making it out, and it's good for everybody to see. If you have any queries, you can call the team. They will be there. There will be a number that you can contact, and definitely we'll be there to help you out.
Dr. Anil, thank you so much for this amazing session. I think we should definitely have a part 2 because there must be a lot of questions from the audience.
Sure.
And then we're going to dive deep into our NLP and some other modalities by Dr. Anil. Thank you so much for this amazing opportunity.
Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks a
everyone.
lot. Thanks a lot.